as I'm making this training and we're building these systems and everything for our business, and even yesterday I've deleted, you know, the likes of Snapchat. I've cut off women that weren't contributing anything to my life, and put it this way. And bear in mind, you're hearing from a 26-year-old, so to cut women out, for most people my age, you're not really going to do that, because at 26, you're maybe ideally looking for the correct partner. And also bear in mind that I'm in an amazing position financially. But the thing that you need to remember, and this is unfortunately something that, not even remember, understand, because a lot of people don't understand that, you need to take yourself seriously. Like, growth and your life changes when you start taking yourself seriously. And for some people, everyone has a comfort level. It's called the law of the lid. And the lid is the max that you're going to go with. Your cap, that's to everything. The car that you drive, that's the best model car you will ever have. The house that you live, that's the best. The monthly income, and that's the lid. The lid. However, for myself, I've always risen the lid, and I've always, because again, everyone has different motivators. For me, it's greatness. To live a life and to not be one of the greatest, to not live in greatness, to not impact people, it's just not for me. It's not my standards. So I said to myself, Ryan, you're not taking yourself seriously enough. You're being too relaxy daisy. And it's something that I had to call myself out on, because when I was working a job, it was the complete opposite. When I was in a position where I did not want to be in, I was doing the complete opposite of being relaxy daisy. And I want you to ask yourself, are you doing the opposite maybe? Are you hating your position but you're not doing enough? Because unfortunately for some people, they've gotten comfortable with being uncomfortable. And the thing that you need to understand is, it takes the exact same amount of effort to change your life as it does to stay the exact same and unhappy. The exact same amount of effort. And the reason why I say this is because when you're unhappy with your situation, you're putting effort in being negative, in being lazy. When you're focusing on changing your situation, you're putting effort on the opposite of being a positive person and putting in the work. So when you think about it, they both require an effort. Being just in the middle does not exist. Like, being just doing nothing does not exist. You're either unhappy with your situation or you're happy with your situation. There's no such thing as being in the middle. So if we're talking about taking yourself seriously, let's look at the fact that there's 6 months left of this year. What are some of the ways that you may be able to take yourself seriously in all aspects? Shape. One thing for me, and I can put both my hands up, no individual is perfect. I'm not perfect. I may be very good at making money. I may be very good at helping people. But my fitness and my diet, my health, is one thing that I struggle with the most. I'm just inconsistent and so on. So I know myself, that's one of the things that I'm working on intentionally for the remaining 6 months. So for yourself, when we're taking ourselves seriously, we need to take ourselves seriously physically. So I told you the gym. Mentally, what I do. Every single day, I listen to personal development. Now, I'm not going to preach religions or anything like that. Whatever religion you believe in, start listening to, I don't know, the Quran, the Bible, music related to that, whatever. Now, this is what I do every morning to kind of keep myself sane. And in the morning, I think it's super important, because the biggest mistake that individuals make is they jump out of bed straight away. And you can't do that. You can't just jump out of bed straight away. Like, your brain has been off for 7-8 hours, your bones, everything like that. It's like a slow engine. And I know some of you guys, the Gen Z generation, you won't know this, but believe it or not, back in the day, our parents used to warm up the car before they drive it. I remember my dad, Jesus, I'm 26 now. I remember my dad used to turn the car on, let it heat up, and go back upstairs and have his cup of coffee, and then he'd drop us to school. I remember that. And it's what an era. That was, Jesus, 15, 18 years ago. And to think of it, you wouldn't do that now. If you left your car unattended, someone would rob it. But my point is, your body and your mind is like that car. the first thing in the morning, it can't. You can't jump out of bed, go on your phone. Just let the brain turn on, let the body stretch it out. So listen to some gospel, some religious, some personal development. I also stick my phone on airplane mode straight away. Airplane mode, I do not want to receive a notification that may affect my day. So in the morning, it is about myself, because in order for you to look after others, you need to be able to look after yourself. So how can you look after yourself physically and mentally? You go to the gym, and then you work on your mindset. And once you've done that, what we're going to work on then is your business. And if you're not in a position where you're making, we'll say 25 and above, your biggest priority is not saving money, it's investing money in yourself. It is not trying to buy the next project, you are the project. If you are making less than 25K a month, everything that you are making needs to go into you. There's no crypto this, crypto that. You are the investment. You are the project. You are the potential 100x. That's what I've done to get myself to a position, and then you climb above. So what you're going to be doing is you can invest in good food, in good gym, in mentorship, and these are all the things that you need to do. So for the next 6 months of the year, take yourself seriously by cutting out the distractions. I have been celibate a long time now. Like I'm talking a long time. Trust me, take it from a man who lives in Marbella. The dog is on a leash. But I know the benefit of that. Don't spend money on women that you don't believe in. Don't waste money on stupid things you don't need. Listen, I'm so the wrong person to talk for that, because I spend a lot of money on watches. But they all hold value. So this was just a raw video. I might see you in the next one.